Hey, Clyde, Holly, my name's Ed. I'll be doing your walkthrough on your new camper. We're going to start right on this side of the door. You have stabilizer jacks here. These are not to lift or level the camper. Get your camper level, hit the ground with these, get them good and snug. They've got JT strong arms on here. Once these are down, tighten this T-bolt here good and tight. That'll help prevent any movement of the camper. Always remember to loosen that whenever you take the jacks back up. You've got them on all four corners. Got magnet catches for your compartment doors. This compartment is a dry erase board. You can take notes, your kids can play on it, whatever. Have a compartment here. It's a full pass-through compartment all the way to the other side. In this net storage bag, you have a spray hose that will hook to your spray ports. It's about 10 feet long. You have manual crank for your electric tongue jack in case the battery is dead or the jack fails to work. You have a 3/4 inch driver for like a drill. That way you can run your jacks up and down a lot faster than hand cranking. You've got this rod here. This is for pulling your sewer valves. That way you don't even have to get your hands close to them. That's about all there is in here. This is your extension cord. Okay, on your propane tanks, this thing is just teed off of one regulator, so if you have both bottles open, it's going to drain both of them evenly. I leave one closed, that way I know when one of them is empty and you don't get any surprises. You have a new marine battery, electric tongue jack, has an LED light on it, up and down, pretty self-explanatory. You pop this cap, this is where your manual crank handle will go. This cable here will tie to your vehicle. This is an emergency breakaway. If for any reason it would come loose from your vehicle, it will pull this cable and lock up the brakes of the trailer. It may not save the trailer, but it may keep it from crossing the highway. Right here, you have a battery disconnect. When you are not using the camper, turn that to off and pull that key out. Right here's your information tags. You have your VIN number, the year it was manufactured. You have your tire sizes, air pressures, everything you need to know. Your load capacities are all right here. Again, just the other side of your pass-through compartment. Down here you have all your dump valves. You have a main black here, that's for your toilet dump. This one here is also the same thing for the toilet dump. This is gray water. I recommend that you dump the toilet first, use the gray water to rinse the hose out. You have a black tank flush here. Whenever you're through using the camper, Hook a garden hose up to this, leave both of these valves open, and it will flush out the inside of your tank. Whenever the water's running clean, you're done. City water connection. This is water on demand. It will not fill the tank. You don't need to use the pump. Just turn it on and let her fill. You have a gas electric water heater. You can run it on propane. The switch for that is on the interior. We will show you that on the inside. If you're using the electric, your switch is down here underneath the gas valve. Always make sure that it is full of water before you turn that on. Right here you have an anode rod. That is your drain plug. Whenever you're not going to use the camper for up to 2 to 3 weeks, always drain the water out to prevent it from going stagnant. It will go stagnant and smell. Have an outside shower. It does have hot and cold running water. Good for cleaning your boots off, cleaning fish, kids, anything like that. This is where your electric cord is going to plug in. It's a 30 amp twist lock. Stick the cord on, twist it to the right just about 1/4 of an inch, and then turn the locking ring to keep it from coming unplugged. Inside your bumper here, pop this cap. It's a good place to store your dump hose. This is park cable and satellite. Spare tire. Right here you have low point drains. If you're not using the camper for a long period of time, open these valves and let it drain the water out. Red's hot, blue's cold. Your tires. Okay, tire pressure, 65 pounds. The green cap means they're nitro fill. It gives you a longer lasting life of the tire and less loss of air pressure due to temperature change. Lug nuts are torqued at 110 pounds. It's your furnace outlet. Got an outlet and an intake. This thing's blowing out extremely hot air. Do not block this or have anything piled in front of it when you're running the furnace. This is your spray port that the water hose I showed you will hook up to. Stick it in there and twist it to the right to lock it in. Got a hook up here for a TV to watch outside. Have an electric outlet here. It is GFI protected due to a wet location. If you lose power, check the GFI on the inside. This is your outside kitchenette. Comes with a cast iron griddle, propane hose, quick connect. Hook it to the griddle, hook it to the quick connect underneath the camper, right here. This works basically like an air hose. Once you lock it in, turn this valve that will prevent it from coming unlocked, and that is also the valve that turns the propane on. Have a mini fridge. Right here is your main freshwater tank drain. Pull the valve, let it drain. This is your range hood. It does have a flapper that locks into place, so whenever you're using it, unsnap that. That way your range hood will vent to the outside. When you're not using it, keep it closed. It will keep the bugs from trying to get inside. You have outside stereo speakers. This is your freshwater tank. This is whenever you're using the water pump. On your steps, you have adjustable legs. Push in here and slide the legs as much adjustment as needed. When you're traveling, it locks to the door frame. Always make sure that it is locked. When you get to the inside, this is your slide room switch. This is your power awning switch. Okay, you are pre-wired for solar. That is an extra option. Right here, push the first button marked battery. That will show you the condition of your battery. If you are plugged into electric, it will always show full charge. Unplug it to get an accurate reading. Second one is your freshwater tank. 4 lights means it's full, 1 light means it's empty. Black tank, which is your toilet tank. 1 light is empty, that's good. 4 lights is full, that means it's time to dump. Same thing on the gray water. The red switch here is marked water pump. It is a lighted switch. You can tell whenever it's turned on. The one next to it is the water heater propane switch. When you turn it on, you have a DSI fault light that will come on. Whenever it lights, that will go off. If it fails to light, that will come back on. If it does, make sure your propane is turned on. This switch is for your awning lights on the outside. Okay. This is interior light switch. This is your main light switch. This is a dimmer. You barely touch it, they come on. If you hold your finger on the button, they will dim out. Hold it on it again, and they will go back to bright. This switch is the lights above the slide room. You have a Furrion AM/FM stereo, Bluetooth capable. Electric fireplace. It does put out heat. Multicolor change. Storage. When you mount your TV, you're going to run your electric cord and your coax through here. This is your antenna booster. The top one is for satellite. The bottom one is for your built-on antenna. Whenever you are watching it, you have to make sure the green light is on or you will not have any reception. This is your pre-wire for Wi-Fi. Microwave, not much to tell you, just like one at home. Range hood has a light, fan switch. Again, make sure your vent is open on the outside when using that. On your stove, you have a glass top cover. It is not a cooking top. Always fold it up. So you have an igniter. Turn your burners on. Turn the igniter. It will automatically light. You have lights for each knob. And for the oven. 12-volt refrigerator. This is a travel lock. That way to keep the doors from coming open while you travel. Just fold it over. Open it up. Here's your controls. Whenever you turn this off, hold the set button until it shuts all the way down. This is your temperature control. Furnace air return duct, do not block that. The furnace has to be able to breathe with that air. This is your thermostat. When you hit the button to turn it on, you push it once, it lights up. You push it again, it's going to go to fan, low, high. There's cool, high, low, and auto. You always want to run this on auto. One more push, it goes to furnace. One more push and it's off. The arrows here set the desired temperature. This is an LP CO2 detector. You have a green light on. If you hear that beep and it turns red, make sure the stove has not been turned on. In the bathroom, this is your GFI outlet. If you lose any power to any of your outlets, make sure this is not tripped. If it trips, just hit the top button to reset it. On the toilet is a foot flush toilet. Push it down, flush. Just slide your foot off and let the chopper slam back shut. That way you get a good seal. On your shower, just push the door open, hot and cold. Not much to tell you about there. Keep an eye on it for any leakage around it. It may need sealed if it does. You do have a vent in the ceiling. Open the vent, turn on the fan. This is your bunk room. You have USB ports on both sides, both bunks, with electric. This bunk will lift up. It is on a strut. That way it will stay up. Right here is your power center. This is where all of your 110 breakers are. Everything is marked here, what it controls. This is all of your 12-volt fuses. Everything is marked. If it blows a fuse, a red light will show up right beside the fuse. That way you know exactly which one to replace. This is a fire escape window. If ever emergency, grab this red loop, yank the screen out, push the window all the way through and climb out. Hopefully you never need that. Your lights in here have push buttons in the center. Air conditioning is going to come through the ceiling. All your heat vents will be coming through the walls at floor level. On this couch or dinette, pop your tabletop off, take the legs out, lay the tabletop down on these boards, lay the cushions out. It gives you an extra bed. This is called a jackknife couch. Lift up, lay it down. You have another bed. You have storage under the couch with 3 totes that come with the unit. Okay, master bedroom. You do have storage underneath the bed. That is your pass-through compartment that you can access outside or inside. It comes with the small storage units here. Slow rise niche blinds for your windows. Again, another fire escape. Okay, here is where you will be mounting your bedroom TV on this wall. There is a built-in backer for this. There's the coax connection and the electric. USB ports on both sides of the bed. In these cubbies, you do have electric outlets in there for alarm clocks, CPAP, anything you may need. And I believe we have covered everything. Thank you for doing business with Parkland RV, and we hope you enjoy your new camper.